right, guys, welcome back to Campfire Conversations, where we have short conversations that should lead to transformation. That's a guarantee. What we do know is that we're going to share our journey, our experiences, and how we've persevered through it. We're going to get real raw, and if you have any questions or you want to comment, just send us a message and we'd love to jump you on the show. Today, we're going to talk about relationships, but specifically relationships over price. And this is so good. Backstage, when we were getting ready for it, we should have just hit record. Matt, you sent us 3 talking points. This is the third one. We just wrapped up our elevator pitch. And we talked about that the elevator pitch has all 3 of us had one thing in common. That was having a real relationship, having a real connection with somebody. And so when you said, what's that?
You're breaking up. You started breaking up. Brad, did you catch that? That was awesome. We're gonna have to edit that out of there. Hey,
did I
you're
cut
right.
out?
You did. Let me clean it up for you. What you're saying is that one thing that all 3 of us agree on is that relationships matter, but those words are probably being overused. Here's what I want to talk about that we're going on. This is real life going on at Unlimited Sports Solutions. It's happening right now, folks. And I would like to think that I'm pretty good about building relationships, but apparently I haven't taught my team that when you build a relationship, there has to be a factor of trust. If you haven't extended trust, you don't have a relationship. All you are is an acquaintance. If they don't trust you to get a job done. Now Robert, you had earlier had said there's several words lately that have been overused, and I'm going to address each one of them. First, you said the word relationship. I believe that relationship has to be tied in with trust. If you haven't had an opportunity to extend trust or to prove trust, you do not have a relationship with that client. Is that fair?
It's very good. That's a good way to describe it.
What's the second one you said?
Culture.
I believe, and I'm telling you what, I posed this question to our good friend Mark Olson in Salt Lake City, tall Mark Olson. I said, tell me this. Everybody uses culture and everybody overuses it. And I think everybody does have it. But the difference is where are you setting your standard? Because I believe the standard is the culture lid. Until you raise your standard, your culture is going to always hit that lid. So you have to decide, we're going to set a standard up here. Everybody has culture. Some people even have a bad culture. Not all culture is good. So if you don't raise your standard of your level of how you're going to do things and how you're going to hold your people accountable, then you just have culture. I believe we have to add the word standard. It's just like with a relationship. We have to add the word trust. What's your trust level with your customer? What's your standard in your culture? What's the third word that you said?
And you said it already, accountability.
Are you going to actually do what the hell you say you're going to do?
Keep commitments.
Keep your commitments. I know we're going through this horrible pruning time right now. And I made a commitment to a lot of young people, to a lot of baseball teams, a lot of go-karts, a lot of sponsorships on race cars. We're going to meet our commitments, even if it hurts, because we said we would. Now, we are going to cut some things off after that, because we can't financially keep doing what we're doing until we get the ship back on the right track. But if you're going to have accountability, folks, you have to do what you say you're going to do. If you tell people you're going to show up and install their fence before their grand opening, you need to get that fence in. Well, yeah, and then I love it when somebody says, yeah, but the sod guy was in our way. What did you do to encourage the sod guy to get done, to get out of your way? Did you set an expectation? Did you hold them accountable? Those are all things that are part of this. And I'm telling you right now, I thought we had a great relationship building. Robert, Brad, we're not very good at it at all. I was appalled when we bid a job, and I was like, I thought you guys said we had a relationship and they were going to use our number and we were going to go to work with these people. They all said, yeah, we have a relationship with them. Well, apparently you don't, because we were only about 7% higher And our value that we brought, had they understood and we had a relationship, they would have known that 7% on $125,000 is nothing. That's just a matter of us showing up on time would make up for that 7%. So you don't have a relationship at all. You have a phone number and an email. That's not a relationship, folks.
Yeah, that's exactly what I wrote down, Matt. And even so much that if you had a true relationship, they'd more than likely give you an opportunity to either review the numbers, see what was left out, or what did you overthink. Because, this is something else that I've noticed. Somebody like Empire, y'all are really good at bidding. So I might be just cheaper because I missed something or left something out that I didn't intend to. I just didn't know. And so when you have a real relationship, people will call you back and say, hey, I know you well enough. There's a gap here and I don't want to be unethical. So I'm not going to share the numbers.
Right.
But do you want to make sure that everything is menu priced or whatever? And let's just speak on residential terms. If they stop communicating with you, you didn't have a connection with them from the get-go. Everybody, at minimum, and we talked about it a couple episodes back, at minimum, if they care about you, they'll let you know you didn't get it. But if they start ignoring you, no way. And I have this question to you, Matt. If I asked your team, and because I know what my team would say, and say, hey, what makes you guys feel like you have a relationship? Is it the steaks you guys bought? Or is it what you've done outside of the work you're being paid to do? And I think about this. If any vendor who wants to take me to a steak dinner, I say, I'd much rather go to a steak dinner with my good friend Matt or Brad, because I haven't gone to dinner with them yet. But if you want to meet in the boardroom, we could talk. And what I found is a lot of vendors want to take you to steak dinner because they want a steak dinner.
Right.
And so there's a bad intention even there. And so sometimes we claim we're building a relationship when the reality is we're just, and I'm not using your guys as the excuse or an example.
No. I love what you're saying. And let me help out a little bit with this. So one thing that I like to follow up with is when people are like, hey, can I buy you dinner? I just say our relationship isn't at the point of breaking bread yet. And I'm just very candid with them. And I believe that sometimes we're not candid with people because we're afraid of our feelings, not of theirs. But I think they respect it when I say, hey, we have work to do before we can go have dinner and break bread. Now, Brad, dang good and well, when I come to town, I want to take you out for a nice dinner. I want to go spoil you. One, because that's money that I've worked really hard for, and I want to spend it on you. I don't take people out for dinner that I don't like and that I don't want to spend time with. I just don't do it. Matter of fact, if you watch me, and Robert, you can go back and even think, when I'm in a room, I'm very strategic on where I stand, who I stand by, who I can see, what I'm doing. I'm very strategic because I'm there for business. Now, when we go to a cigar bar, and we let our hair down, and I know I'm amongst people I can relax and I don't have to be so guarded, I sit back and I just chill. And I'm sitting back in the corner smoking my cigar. I make sure I can see the door because I want to save your life if somebody attacks us. But other than that, I'm in chill mode.
Not with a Virginia Slim in your hand.
That's not nice to tell on him like that, Robert.
Yeah.
Hey, let me. I want to throw a little perspective in here on a relationship that we hadn't touched yet. Relationships are a two-way street. And even with clients, even with business partners, vendors, whatever, there has to be investment. And when you take investment, it means you take risk. And if you're going to be the kind of business person who values relationships, you're going to get your knees skinned because you're going to take some risks. You're going to make investment into people who don't reciprocate it. And it doesn't mean you're not good at relationships. It means you're playing the relationship game. And there's going to be some of that, right? Like you're going to find some good people and they're good relationships. And then you're going to invest in some people you thought were okay and you got it wrong. And so I think that understanding that, taking that approach, also you should also know what comes with it. And I think that's an important part about having a relationship instead of a price first mindset.
That's a heavy point.
as soon as you were talking, Brad, I was thinking about how the common theme, you should have a relationship with God, or do you have a relationship with God? And I think about how few times people have a relationship until they need something. You know, like how often are you talking to the relationship that matters most? And what kind of stuff are you talking to him about? And so I'm not saying, like, we're all culprits of it at some level, but I'm like, Matt, I know you have a good relationship with God. I know that you spend intentional time in the Word and spreading the Word and everything like that. So my guess is that will overflow into other relationships too, because I've seen it modeled.
But I will tell you this. I give you my word. I am thankful for all the miles that my truck goes without a flat tire. And even when I got my last flat tire that I got, I was on my way to Moab last October, and I got a flat tire. And my family was like, oh, doggone it. And I'm like, no, this is the greatest flat tire ever. Look at, I Snapchat, I'm like, look at the scenery that I have. It's 72 degrees. I've got a plug kit, and I'm going to do a tutorial for all of you on how to fix your flat tire when you're on the road. It was the greatest flat tire I've ever gotten. And I was so thankful that I got it. And I was right next to a gas station when I hit it, because I hit a big nail and it was going down fast. I didn't ruin my tire. I didn't have to put my spare on, anything. It was the greatest flat tire you could ever have. You're right. So many times we are so quick to ask for help when we're in trouble, but not so quick to say thank you for all the good times we've had. And I'm going to tell you what, we just came off of a 3.5 to 4 year run in our company that's been great. I've loved it. The last 3 months, I've had to go to work. I've been grinding. It's been a lot of 2 o'clock in the morning crunching numbers and figuring out numbers. I figured out our hourly rate was off. I figured out, so many things that I figured out that was off, and I had to go to work, and that's okay. I'm good with it.
You want to know a fun fact?
Yeah.
I've never had a flat tire a day in my life. I've never been in a wreck, for that matter. I've never been in a car with a wreck or whatever. I've never had a speeding ticket. So, but that's not why we're on here.
You want to know a fun fact? I've had a lot of flat tires. I've had a lot of speeding tickets, and I've been to jail 3 times. So there you have it.
I'm pretty sure you. Hey, I'm not living a good life. Trust me. I don't know how I get to where I'm going half the time with my knees driving. But hey, Matt, you made me think of like a good relationship, and Brad, like you said, both ways. So we just finished bidding a job. It was about $150,000 just bid for this one particular part of it. So it was a huge job, and we didn't get it. And I called everybody involved in putting the bid together, and I shared with them. I said, hey, I just want to let you know, I did everything I could because I know you did everything you could. I did everything I could. I negotiated. I tried my best. We just didn't get it. It had nothing to do with you. We just didn't get it. You can write this one off. If you were planning on it or whatever else, we'll go get the next one. And I think that that's really critical in a relationship, is to make sure that you value all people, not some people. And we were talking about Maxwell earlier. A true servant leader values all people, not just some people. And that's how I think real relationships get even deeper. Obviously, Matt, there are a few people that we could probably punch in the nose. I'm with you on that. But the majority, I would say the overwhelming majority of people need to be led with trust. I loved what you said there. If you haven't created an opportunity to extend trust or strengthen it, then do you really have it? And we know about this with character. You don't know anyone's character until you face adversity. Matt, you're about to find out what real relationships even you guys have within your company.
We already have.
And that's probably why some of this is so tough.
Yeah.
Is because, back to the episode when we did on pruning, damn, the flowers are pretty when they're all done.
Yeah, I think when we come on the other side of this, I can't wait until we can button these together, because right now we're in the thick of the cutting and the pruning and finding the dead branches, and it's a really heavy lift. But anyhow, with that being said, let's put a bow on this sucker, because this is the third topic that I sent you guys that are real life situations that we're facing in our company right now.
Yeah, y'all, if y'all like what y'all heard, please like and subscribe. Share this with your friends. If you want to walk shoulder to shoulder or you want to grow before you go, please reach out, 817-995-0394, or just send us a DM to either Matt, Brad, or Robert, and we'll love to get you on the show and walk through a campsite with you guys. Cheers.